Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my video. Today we guys the top 5 stun bloodlines in Shindo Life. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, remember that like button to click off more. Let's get right to the video, guys. Now coming in 5th is going to be Sengoku. Now while Sengoku only has one stun ability, it is one of the best stun abilities for combos in the game. Now as a lot of you probably know, Sengoku stun is by a lot of people's means a very good stun ability, and it doesn't really require that much skill to actually use. All it takes is for you to break their block, use Sengoku second, and you can pretty much one-shot them after that if you're using the appropriate skills. So, just because of the amount of combo potential that Sengoku second has, it's obviously going to be on this list at number 5. Now, coming in 4th is actually Shindo Ren. Now, Shindo Ren is actually being 4th because of the weapon spec and throwable, but please do note that the 3rd ability does actually stun. So, if you use the 3rd ability and they do hit you, it is a mini stun, so just keep that in mind. But the main reason why Shindo Ren is on this list is not the weapon spec, even though the weapon spec is a stun ability that can be actually quite useful. It is the throwable. This throwable is so insane. It's actually ridiculous. It's pretty much just a bunch of tin tails that you could spam over and over again. So you know that really annoying tin tails Z spec? Yeah. That's these throwables, and the worst part about these throwables, or the best part if you're using them, is that they perfectly auto-track. They are one of the best auto-tracking in the entire game. Look, I'll hit this tree right there. Look at this. Hit that tree. Boom, it locks onto them. Look, I'll throw it. You know what? I'll throw it at, let's see. I'm gonna throw it at that house over there. I'll throw it at that house over there, okay? And it auto tracks perfectly them. As you guys see, I was not even aiming, and these abilities are just so broken. It's just one of the best stuns in the game. So Shindo Ren's obviously gonna be at number 4. Now coming in 3rd is actually Vine. Now I know some of you guys probably expected this, but Vine is actually one of the best stunning bloodlines in the game. Vine does have this C spec that actually auto tracks to people. It's much like Shizen's first ability, but it does a lot more, much more damage than Shizen's first ability. Not only that, but you do have the first ability of Vine, which is an AoE stun that lasts quite a long time. It does last a long time, and it does hit multiple and many times. Now the best part of Vine is that after the stun, you can actually use the Vine clones to hit people while they're stunned, and it actually does quite a bit of damage, and you obviously can auto attack them while they're stunned as well. So overall, Vine is just a very good stunning bloodline. Now coming in 2nd is going to be one of our old friends, or new friends if you guys don't know. This is one of the bloodlines that, I suggested. That's why it has the name Variety Mud, but it is actually one of the best stun bloodlines in the game. Now, even though the 3rd ability has been nerfed over and over again, the 2nd ability has actually not been touched. It still is one of the best stun abilities. It can keep someone stunned for around, I would say, 6 to 7 seconds if you actually can hit the 2nd ability. So pretty much you just use the 2nd ability, dash into them, and they're stunned for a solid like 6 seconds straight. And it actually is one of the biggest AoE moves in the game, if you guys did not know that as well. As you guys can see, this AoE is absolutely insane. Variety Mud is very underrated in my opinion, but you know, I'm a little biased. But the 3rd ability is also a very good stunning ability. Now, the 3rd ability used to have 0 hand signs, which made it absolutely busted, I'm not gonna lie. The 3rd ability having 0 hand signs was literally ridiculous. I can understand why I had hand signs added to it. I was using it as an auto dodge, but it still is very good as a stunning ability, and the hitbox of the dragon is actually much bigger than what it shows. Now, honorable mention 1 is actually be Ink. Now, Ink actually has probably one of the most stun abilities out of any bloodline in the game, so obviously it's going to be on this list. I know a lot of you guys don't even know what Ink is, but the C spec does stun. It does have a mini stun at the end of it. The 3rd ability, the 2nd ability is actually a really good stunning ability. It has almost 0 hand size and it actually lasts quite a while now. 3rd ability is another stun ability that does a mini stun and overall is very good. And the weapon spec is yet another stun. It's like Minakami's 3rd ability, but as a weapon spec. Ink is honestly super underrated, and the amount of stuns it has, it probably is really annoying to fight. I just don't see many people using it. Honorable mention 2 is actually be Shizen or Raikid Shizen, depending on what you guys think. Now, Shizen and Raikid Shizen actually have the same amount of stuns each, but they are different. The stuns are different. Shizen's branches actually have a woodbine stun on the end of them, while Raikid Shizen's ability only does like a mini stun, like a ragdoll stun, but there is more branches from Raikid Shizen. Now, the 2nd ability of Shizen isn't only stun global cooldown, it actually is a mini stun ability, but Raikid Shizen's stun lasts longer, but it does have knockback as well. Now, coming in 1st is obviously going to be Ryuji Kenichi. Ryuji Kenichi just has the stunning potential of a literal god bloodline. What can I say? It's obviously the god version of Kenichi. 1st ability is pretty much a much better version of Kenichi 1st ability, and it is a stun ability. 3rd ability is just insanely overpowered. It is a stun ability that actually, knocks people backwards and actually is quite good. But the Z spec, come on, man. You look at this Z spec, you know this thing's busted. So much damage dealt, and it lasts a very long time. And if you guys haven't known, I did post a combo over this. Go check that out. It's called It's Fun Though. But the weapon spec is yet another semi-stun because it actually is a damage knock stun. So overall, this is just really good, and it does have a counter that is actually a stun ability on the throwable. So yeah, Ryuji Kidichi is very busted, and when you get low, you can do a low HP command. You guys know all that good jazz. Anyways, guys, that's actually it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, click on more. See you next one, guys. Bye-bye.